Now, if you look carefully at a primary rainbow and the sunlight is really bright, you can sometimes see what are called supernumerary bows. These are these little striations here inside of the radius of the violet or the blue main part of the rainbow. Those bows cannot be understood in a particle theory of light. So far, everything I've told you is in principle understandable either from a particle theory of light or a wave theory of light. But the supernumerary bows cannot be explained without a wave theory of light. And indeed, Newton had only a particle theory and was completely perplexed by the presence of the supernumerary bows. We will discuss exactly what kind of a wave light is in Lecture 19. For now, it suffices to say that it's something that's oscillating up and down, turns out to be electric and magnetic fields. And you can get two kinds of interference. Constructive interference, when the two waves are in phase and they add up to form even bigger oscillations with the same wavelength, or destructive interference, when the two waves are out of phase. You see here the crest is up and it destructively interferes with a trough, which is pointing down here, to give you zero, and that's the case all along the wave. And of course, there's partial constructive and partial destructive interference in between. So what can happen is two rays can enter a raindrop at two different locations, yet have the same exit angle. But the two paths traveled by these rays are different inside the raindrop. So even though they may have been in phase to begin with, you see they're in phase here, all the crests and the troughs are together, by the time they emerge, they are out of phase. So you can get destructive interference or constructive interference depending on exactly which angle you're looking at. And so here indeed you see in some places there has been destructive interference and in other places there has been constructive interference. Where it was constructive, the bow looks bright. Where it's destructive, the bow looks faint. That's the origin of the supernumerary bows.